The stages somebody gets to before they go to see their GP, people aren't ever going to believe or know. So that person sat in that surgery on that day with their first meeting with the GP to say, please make that referral, has already gone on a lifetime's journey just to be sat in that seat.
Hi, my name's Sam. I am the mum of Danny, who is transgender. He was born female, but is now living his life as a boy. Has done since he was 13, he's now 15. And everything was fine in life until we got to 11. And that was senior school, and it really hit hard then. Because I think you have to become that person, the makeup, gender becomes something, whereas before it wasn't. Everybody just saw you as just a child, aren't you? You know, you was a tomboy, you played football, just fitted in really. And that's when issues started happening with Danny. I started to see a big change in his mental health state. I didn't know what the answers were. I was scared that this little child was I didn't know what was going on really, just drifting away from me, and I didn't know what to do. He's so clever, and he wouldn't go out of the house.
The role of the GP. Make an initial referral to the nearest gender identity clinic. Manage expectation. Clinics can be oversubscribed. There could be a long wait and be complex and frustrating. Liaise with the gender identity clinic as necessary in supporting the patient's care. Prescribe and monitor hormones following the recommendation of a specialist endocrinologist. Provide services needed in advance of any surgery, e.g. smoking cessation and obesity management. Post-discharge care following surgical procedures, for example treatment for wound healing and managing minor surgical complications. If needed, refer to local NHS mental health services and signpost to support services. Provide reports or other information documenting the patient's treatment. These might be for the purposes of changing identity documentation.
If I'd been a vulnerable person, I'm just always convinced now that wrong advice by that GP, perhaps well meant. I just wish that they just either said to me, look, I don't know the answer, give me a couple of days, I'll find out the answer and I'll come back to you.
Do. Treat the trans patient with respect as an individual and not a stereotype, with a unique set of circumstances and history. Respect the person's expressed gender identity and use the correct gender pronouns and forms of address. Understand the difference between gender identity and sexual identity. Trans people can be gay, lesbian, bisexual, heterosexual, asexual, or hold a range of other sexual identities. Remember that gender transition is a long-term, life-changing process that can be challenging and stressful, as well as liberating and life-affirming. Help to empower and support the patient in making informed choices. Be sensitive and aware of your responsibilities around confidentiality, information management, and timely information sharing. Understand that physical examinations can be especially difficult, and handle this carefully and sensitively. Don't make assumptions about the trans patient based on stereotypes and misinformation. Disregard the authenticity of the patient's feelings and experiences regarding their gender. Comment on the patient's appearance or self-presentation. Impose assumptions and expectations about what the patient's transition will be like, what the end point will be. Inappropriately refer to generic mental health services due to lack of knowledge, experience, or confidence in treating trans people.
And the only way I can describe it to people, and it's the wrong way to put it really, I think, and to anybody, if I do offend anybody, I wouldn't want to. I haven't lost a child. I know that I'd hate to think of what that must be like, but I have had to bury somebody. Oh dear.
Okay, you'll stop with it?
So I started Transpire, which is Southend Trans Network, in February 2016. And the reason why I started it very quickly was that I'd been having some counselling just to work out strategies really to how to transition. I think it's a good thing. And I realised that my counsellor was seeing so many, basically they said that they had so many trans clients who felt so isolated. And I think isolation can be so damaging in relation to somebody who's transitioning. So the reason why I set up Transpire was basically as a peer support group, so that we can compare stories, and also just to say to people, look, if you follow this route, this will probably be more beneficial to you. And I think where I see it coming in to its own is that, again, perhaps we can make savings for the NHS, because rather than signposting somebody to the NHS for counselling, they could just signpost somebody to us, so that at least we can give them the peer support and the benefit of our own experiences.